Today we're visiting a very, very dark place in history. We're going to the killing fields in Cambodia. Let's go. Right, so we've made it to the Genocide Centre. As you can see, this here is the entrance. Now, there's two things you can do. You can either get a tour guide or you can go in yourself. I think for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna walk around by myself and have a little look. I don't know if you get like headphones that you can listen to or whatever, or if it's just like read-ins, but yeah, we're gonna go in here right now and just have a look at this very dark time in history. Here we go, look, I probably shouldn't be laughing, but here we go, look at the setup. I've got the headphones right here, and I've also got this little walkie-talkie looking thing. This is obviously the playthrough thing. There's like 15 different languages, I think. I was either going to do Spanish or English, but I don't actually know Spanish, so I thought I'd stick to English. But yeah, this is where you start, number one. Start here, and we'll listen. English. Nothing's playing. Oh, it's playing music, alright. Okay, I don't think you can hear it. It's playing some sort of music. I'm gonna have to be a little bit quiet, just out of respect. But in this building here, this is a memorial type thing where all of the skulls are. They've got all the like skulls of the people who died here. There was like 1.7 to 2.2 million people who were killed around here and just buried. There's like 1.3 million bodies buried. It's crazy. But we're gonna have a little listen and I'll tell you a little bit more about what's going on. So yeah, this is like a memorial type thing. As you can see, if you kindly show your respect to many million people who were killed under the genocide. And then just here is the truck stop. As you can read here, it would stop here 2 to 3 times a month with 20 to 30 blindfolded silent prisoners, and they're led directly to be executed in the pit or were sent to be detained in the darkened and gloomy prison nearby. Literally, this was the stop right here. As you can see in this photo as well, you've obviously got people blindfolded just walking out of the trucks with the guards and everything there. Pretty dark, to be honest with you. So all of this that was going on wasn't actually a mainstream thing either. They actually did this on the down low. So it says here that they had chemicals to try and not have bad smells of all the bodies, or you know, anything that could raise suspicion. Wow. So they were using chemicals to, 1, mask the smells so it doesn't raise suspicion, and 2, definitely kill off anyone who was still alive by spraying over the chemicals. This is crazy. And the chemical substance storage room was lost in 1979. 1979 was not a long time ago. It's 2024 now. No, it's not, it's 2025 now. It's 2025 now. That is literally 45 years ago. That's not long. My dad would have still been alive here. My dad would have been 5. I mean, my dad's still alive now, but like, I'm saying my dad was alive now. Anyway, that was not that long ago. This is very, very recent actually, which is scary. In here, you've got a bunch of remains. So you can kind of see through the glass here. You've got a knife, you've got a chain, you've got a tire sandal sole of a Khmer Rouge soldier. Wow, you'll never guess what I've just seen. So, you know, I said that that memorial building has a bunch of skulls in it. You can actually see the skulls. Like, they're literally here. I'm gonna walk up to it now and show you guys, but there are literally all of the skulls here. Please take off your hat and take off your shoes to go. Look at this. So these are the skulls of the bodies and the bones. Literally the skulls and the bones of all the people that they found. Not all of them, of course, because a lot of them were buried, but ones that were just out and about are all up in here. Now right here is a mass grave. So this is a mass grave of 450 victims. 450 people all under here. Like, that is a lot. And obviously this is just one of them. There was anywhere from 1.3 to 2.2 million people killed, and I think 1.3 million were buried all around here, which is a very, very big number. So that one back there is obviously a mass grave of 450 people. This one right here is a mass grave of 166 victims, but without heads. So these are the people who had been beheaded and then put inside of this mass grave. There seems to be lots of different mass graves. You know, the people who weren't beheaded and just executed, the people who were beheaded, and it's all 45 years ago. So I didn't want to speak just then because there's a lot of people around listening to the audio, but that right there was a tree that they smashed the children's head against to kill. That is insane. And behind that is the grave of the women and the children who they'd killed, and all of them were naked just in the grave. But the tree, they were actually smashing children's heads against it. Absolutely brutal. You can see here, these are the bones that were found after excavating the site. I mean, there's someone's jaw with teeth right there. It's very graphic. If you are, you know, sensitive, then it'll be a very hard thing walking around here. I'm not saying that I'm insensitive, but I've seen a lot of live leak and a lot of Reddit videos. I also haven't been listening to the audio and I haven't been looking at the map, and everyone's going a different way to me, so I'm pretty sure I've walked backwards around this place. But yeah, what's this? Construction 2000 to be used as this dike. What is a dike? I don't. Oh, okay. There's a river here. I think to protect the site, they've built this. I assume a dike is like a raised level or something to basically keep this as a memorial site rather than having everything flooded over. So this is obviously the killing fields. There's also a prison, I believe it's called S21 Prison, and yeah, I don't know whereabouts it is. I think it's obviously very close to here, so we're gonna go across and have a look at that as well, because it's all under the same part of history, under the Khmer Rouge. Okay, so after further research, the S21 Genocide Museum Prison is literally in Phnom Penh. It's pretty much where I was staying. So yeah, we're gonna head there now, back to the city to go and check out the Genocide Museum. A little additional extra, at all the really graphic sites like the Killing Tree, I've just listened to this to now tell you guys, and what had happened was obviously the women were raped and stripped naked and then killed and thrown into the pits, but a lot of them who had the children, they would get the children by the legs and smash the children's head against the tree to obviously kill them and throw them into the pit and then kill the parents. They had a quote on here saying, to remove the grass you must dig up the roots, and they often killed all of the families together so that no one would seek revenge. I mean, that is dark. You obviously wouldn't know that just looking at the tree, but yeah, from just listening to this now, I can tell you guys obviously what I've heard. And yeah, listening to this is a lot more deeper and darker than just seeing it with your own eyes. Seeing it with your own eyes and reading it and imagining it one way, but the storytelling on this is really, really graphic, to be honest with you. It's yeah, it's a horrible thing. Very, very horrible thing. We have made it to S21. This is the Genocide Prison. I'm getting hit in the face with a bunch of water, but here we go. We're gonna have a little go. Hello. Just for one person, please. I've got to be a little bit quiet because obviously everybody's trying to like listen to their thing, but they have all of the prisoners in here. Look at this. All of the kids, all of the women, all of the men. Just the whole thing has every single prisoner in here. Yeah, this is obviously like the courtyard area, and the prison, all the cell blocks are just the entirety of the way around. Oh look, now we're getting really into prison territory. They've got barbed fences over everything. Oh wow. What is this area here? This is building C. Ground floor made of brick, first floor made of wood, second floor mass detention, and the braided barbed wires prevents the victims from committing suicide. Wow. So they've put barbed wire around the whole of this cell block to stop the inmates from committing suicide. This looks like it's a shower or a toilet. I'm not too sure. This is, oh no, that's cells. These are cells. Wow. These are literally cells. This is where the prisoners would be. Just chilling in here. I've always thought what I would do if I got like put in prison or had to wait in prison. Like I feel like I would obviously just be like shadow boxing and doing press ups and things like that, but how long can you do that for before you start literally going insane? Because this is claustrophobic. Look at this. I can't. Oh, spider. Oh, you creepy, crawly. Anyway, yeah, you can't even stretch your legs out this way. Anyway, you could this way, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's a pretty claustrophobic place to stay in. Wow. This is the second floor. Instead of brick, it is wood. They've got doors on this one. I imagine the other one probably had doors, but wow, look at that. Wow, this is like more so solitary confinement. What is in here? Wow. So now, you know, you've got less room now, and you can't really, you've got a little hole where you can see the other inmates. Look at this. Like you can see him and him, or her and whoever. But wow, you don't even get any light from the window because it's obviously boarded up. I mean, you could definitely climb over this. You might be a bit malnourished and get beat up, but I mean, you could climb it, but you wouldn't be able to escape. You'd just be in there, locked away with all these other people. Look how many there are as well. And I'm going the wrong way. I keep going the wrong way. I'm walking into people. Wait, did I come through here? Oh, I actually came through the, oh. Alright, okay, well, it goes the whole way down to the end. We're gonna go up again through the exit, like we normally do. And have a look up here. This one is the top floor, and it's the mass holding area. As you can see, this was here so that people didn't, you know, commit suicide, but yeah, these were mass holdings, so they haven't got any privacy. They are just obviously loads of people in one little area. I think it will obviously say here, yeah, it says the names of people. I don't think any of these will have any sectioned off bits, because yeah, this was where everyone was kept together, at least downstairs. I wouldn't say you had peace and quiet, but you had your own little section bit. But this one, you're in with everybody. And as I said, they have this here so that no one could jump off and end it all. And this is another one of those shrines. This one hasn't got skulls in it, but 17th of April 1975 to the 6th of January 1979, the regime de Capture democracy. Scary, scary history, which was history that wasn't even too long ago. Literally about 45 years ago. very terrible.